read as much, so sometimes I kind of wait for them to rack up a little bit, so then there's a good amount of books for us to talk about. So we're gonna start with the first book. I thought about going in reverse for a second there. We're gonna start with the first one, so hold on, let me reorganize these. Okay, so I will be looking at my phone most likely throughout this to check my Goodreads. If I remember, I will link my Goodreads if you want spoilers on what books will be in the next book club video. Okay, so it's honestly really weird to look back at some of these because some of them feel like I read them so long ago. It doesn't feel like I read them in 2025, but so the first book is Quicksilver. I loved Quicksilver. If I'm remembering right, I actually listened to the audiobook and then picked up the paperback as my trophy. And I will say, I am sad that they decided to change the covers. I wish that the next book, this is Quicksilver, I think book 2 is called Brimstone, and it comes out in November, I think. I wish the new book coming out, second book, I wish its cover matched this one, so I'm a little sad, but I am glad I got this one at least. Kind of sounds like the rain. But yeah, I really, really liked this book. I thought that it's been a little while since I have read this. What's his name? The one character that I thought was super, super funny and honestly ended up being like one of my favorites. What was his name? Carrion. I really ended up liking him. But yeah, I'm trying to do, it's hard because I don't want to give any spoilers in case you haven't read it, but love this book. I thought it was different, but still really, really good. Trying to think what else I want to. It's hard because it's been a while since I've read this. I read this right at the beginning of the year, I think. It's by Callie Hart. I love Kingfisher. I will say I agree with, I've seen some people talk about Saris and her wanting to go back to her world constantly, and it's like, what are you doing? But I'm really interested to see what happens in book 2. Yeah, good book. I think I rated this 5 stars. And I still agree with that. I think it was good. Okay, probably this has to be my top read of 2025 so far, just because I like the book, but the whole series so far is my top, like, number 1, and that is Onyx Storm. Feels so weird to be including this on a book club video because it literally feels like I can't believe there was a time in my life that I didn't read this book. It feels so long ago that I read it. So Onyx Storm by Rebecca this series so much, like 10 out of 10. You can see the map too. But yeah, I don't want to say too much about this book because I don't want to spoil anything. But loved it. I love Zayden and Violet's relationship. I love everything. The dragons, all of it. The magic system. 10 out of 10. Okay, another read. I've had some really good reads so far this year. This one, oh, I tapped it. Good. That'll make good sounds. I shouldn't be surprised that the Twisted Sisters wrote another book that I'm obsessed with. Let's see. Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valentini also wrote Zodiac Academy, Ruthless Boys, Darkmoor Penitentiary. What else have I read? I think it's like Sinners of the Playground, or there's another series that I got halfway through but haven't finished. They've wrote a lot of books. So yes, I tapped this series so far follows the point of view of oh my god, it's been a little while. What are their names again? Hold on. Vesper and Everest. So for Vesper, tabs in her chapters I did red, and then Everest I did blue. Which, if you've read the book, I think is very fitting. I didn't really expect anything out of this book, but oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with Vesper. She is like surprisingly one of my top main female characters now. I love it. It's like a magical academy type of thing. There's a mystery to it. It's set in the same world as Zodiac Academy, but like completely separate. And because I know the magic system already, since it's in the same world, it makes parts of this book interesting with like the mystery side of things. I don't want to spoil. I'll probably say that multiple times. Already have, but yeah, the ending shocked me to my core. Yeah, and then now Echo Fort Book 2 has been released. I have it. I just need to read it. I've been waiting till I have time to sit down and be like completely absorbed into the book, but yeah, I love it. Loved it. 5 stars. Okay, let me check my Goodreads really quick for this part. Okay, so then I decided to finally start reading Planet Barbarians. Yes, I know there's a lot of, I guess, jokes around this series, but for the sounds, this is either book 4 or 5. I read Planet Barbarians, book 1, book 2, Barbarian Alien, and then Planet Honeymoon. Yeah, I think that's what I did. And now, were they 5-star reads? No. But look how thin this book is. It was like the perfect, just super quick read. I actually don't have the paperback versions of the books I read because I just read them on my Kindle. And then when I was at Barnes & Noble, I picked up book 4 and 5. So, yeah, it was different. The story wasn't like bad, it was interesting. I wouldn't say it's for everyone, but I liked it. It was a nice quick read, just something in between these other series that are way more magic, like world building, like heavier series type thing. And it was also nice because I keep feeling like I keep reading these series that aren't finished, right? Like the 3 other books I've shown you so far aren't finished. Those series aren't, and so it's like, it was just nice to read something that, just something quick, easy, yeah. So my plan is to just, as I need a quick, easy read between series or whatever, I'll come back to those books, because there's a bunch of them. Come back to those books, read a new one. Okay. Then I have been reading. Let me double check my Goodreads. Okay, no, I'm good. What Lies Beyond the Veil. So, when I went to Barnes & Noble a while ago with my best friend, we were talking to the employee who helped us out, and she was amazing. Sorry, amazing. And she told me, we were talking about, I think, Fourth Wing or something, and she told me that I should read What Lies Beyond the Veil, that she loves it, and I put it in my notes that I wanted to read it. So when I was finished reading Onyx Storm or something, I can't remember, I started reading this. This is an unfinished series. Book 4 just came out. So I've read book 1, book 2, which is What Hunts Inside the Shadows. We have red and purple. The third one is green, I think. And I'm like halfway through the third one. So, which is What Lurks Between the Fates. Love this book. We read this, me and my best friend, on a trip to Wyoming, and I could not stop reading it. It was amazing. I don't even know what I could necessarily compare it to. There's, hold on, let me make sure I get it right. There's gods and fae primordials, old gods. Here's the map we have. It's just amazing. We have enemies to lovers. It's just good. Very good. We have book 2. I'll make some sounds with. I love the purple sprayed edges. I am tapping book 3. I should have grabbed it, but I forgot to. But yeah, love book 1, book 2. Book 3, I've been struggling to get through. I've kind of been on it for a little while now, but I did have some life things happen in my defense that's made it hard book 1 and book 2, it was like, something would happen, but there was maybe a redemption. Book 3, it feels like there's not a lot of redemption. Like, when does it get better? When are we gonna be happy again? And so books like that are hard for me to get through. It kind of reminds me of when I read Flock, that series. I think it's called the Ravenhood series. I believe it's book 3, like the last book, that I was like, do I have to? Do I have to keep going? It's so sad. Okay, and then the last book I have to talk about is Haunting Adeline. So, originally, before I say that, I listened to the audiobook. This is my trophy. And in my defense, at one point, I did think I might both read and listen at the same time, but, check the trigger warnings before you read this. This book is 1,000% not for everyone. I don't even know still now that I've read it if it is for me. But the ending kind of got me. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna read book 2 or listen to book 2. The ending kind of made me be like, I think I gotta see what happens. Check the trigger warnings. It's a dark romance. Originally, I read this, or listened to it, I got like maybe halfway through and then stopped because I was like, I don't think I can do this. Tried it again, and I was like, I'm finishing it. Did. So, it's just really hard for me to DNF books. I want to know what happens. It's hard for me to DNF series. Like, if I don't finish a series, I tried. Like, trust me, I tried. I don't like to do it. But yeah, this follows Zaid and Addie. Book 2 is Hunting Adeline instead of Haunting. It's Hunting. And I am just, like I said, intrigued. Book 2, I already have the audiobook. I don't have the physical book. I have the audiobook though, so yeah. So my next anticipated reads are possibly Hunting Adeline, Echo Fort, and then I have to read is it What Lurks Inside the Fates? What Lurks Between the Fates? So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight for tonight's book club video. Let me know if you've read any of these books, if you like them. What was the other thing I was going to say? Drop in the comments what you're currently reading, and feel free to let me know, do you want me to start reading like summaries of the books? I could sometimes read like the backs of the books, if that's something that you would want. Let me know. I also would be willing to do another book video where maybe I read the summary